Hey guys, my name is Fox. Welcome to my channel, and today we're going to be talking about the first episode of The Legend of Vox Machina. I finally watched it, and oh my god, it was good. So let's start this review, and yeah, that's it. By the way, as I mentioned in the title, I am not a critter, so I might get a lot of things wrong, so just don't come at me. Just correct me respectfully, and let's begin. So the episode began with half of the world's idea of peace.
It was a time of peace.
I mean, that's what I thought, because they ended the sentence at a freaking battleground with dead bodies and swords, and I was like, I mean, you're not exactly wrong, because if I showed that to a lot of people, they would say, yeah, that's peace. That is peace. Oh my god, it would never make sense to me. I mean, there are so many ways to earn money, and yet half of the world decides that they're going to do it by selling arms.
Until a great evil arrived.
But they went ahead and further explained themselves that the peace was there until the darkness came. And then we were introduced to Mr. Earl Ragnar. So we are introduced to a group of mercenaries starring Mr. Earl Ragnar, animated Vesemir, slightly younger Dumbledore, sexy Archer, and Scanlan's future.
What the fuck?
Yeah, they failed. And then we were taken to a table talk with a lot of interesting people on there. I mean, there was a guy who was probably the general, and he legit looked like a general. And there was a king, and there was a sexy lady to replace the sexy Archer that we lost, you know. So there was a sexy lady, and there was Professor Snape. Don't come at me, Potterheads. Professor Snape looked sketchy. This guy looks sketchy. I don't see why we can't relate them.
We must find more mercenaries.
And where, might I ask?
I thought this guy was merely sketchy, but he does not own a brain. I mean, I have 2 brain cells. He has none. If the butchers are butchered, the killers are killed, the cutthroats have been chopped, who the heck do you plan on sending out there? Mere soldiers? And I'm not saying that soldiers are like mere soldiers, like they can't do anything, but we've clearly seen that what's out there is probably something mythical, and the last thing you should want is people with swords fighting it. You wanna end the army? Like, well, when you think of it, I mean, when the darkness spreads and comes to the mainland, the soldiers are supposed to fight and die, so like, but it's still better to like not walk towards death and let death walk towards you. Oh my god. Every single time I see Percy completely unconcerned and standing in the back like that, I'm immediately reminded of my best friend, because she's just like him. She is like the one person that is standing by the dance floor with not an expression on her face. Like, she doesn't even judge like Percy does. No. Like, she doesn't even come get me when I'm dancing like a stripper. Nothing. She just stands there.
Somebody come get her. She dancing like a stripper.
Easy, Grog. We don't waste our time on talking assholes, remember?
And yet you talk to each other.
I'm only asking you to give me a hand.
I did not notice that the first time I watched the episode, because like my dirty head, the 2 brain cells in there were too focused on like I was like, I'm only asking for a hand. But he legit chopped off his hand. Like, look at him again in the bed. I feel like, you know, when I watched the trailer, you guys actually explained to me in the comments that there is no main character, that every single one of them is just as important, and all of them together are the main characters. So when I actually watched the 3 episodes, I realized that you guys were honest. Like, there is no main character. Every single person gets enough screen time, enough storytelling, enough dialogue. So I was actually really happy, because in a group, everybody should be equal. So I really liked how all of them are equals. And which it also made it hard for me to pick a favorite. But as of right now, I really like Percy. Like, he is literally such a mood, And he kind of reminds me of myself, not just my best friend, myself as well, because I'm kind of like that as well. Like if you ever meet me, I'm a completely different person. Like I would never joke about. And like if my family watches these videos, they're gonna be like, Ellen, we raised you better than that. So, so yeah, basically I really like Percy now. And what's up with Sleeping Beauty? Well, you know what we say, you can't be hungover if you're drunk. I'm sorry, they have a bear? No wonder they're broke. It is expensive to keep a literal brown bear. How are you even freaking feeding the fellow? He literally needs like 80 pounds of meat a day. A day! Where are you getting the resources for that? Well, that answered that question. Do they start these bar fights to feed the bear? Because that could be a really good cause, like a person a day. That sounds psychotic, but it is also convenient. I mean, where else am I gonna find 90 pounds of meat? And an average human, I think, weighs more than that. So I think it's really convenient if you start bar fights and just like feed one of the guys to like the bear. Or like, you know, they should have a contract with the prison, like whichever prisoner is supposed to be hanged, just feed him to the bear after he's been hanged. I don't think the bear's fussy. He'll take what he can get, so yeah. Or another thing you can do, which is like, I shouldn't even be suggesting this, but I'm gonna suggest it. You can like, I shouldn't suggest it, no.
You gotta be shitting me.
She's a Minotaur. I love Minotaurs. I have a very odd obsession with Minotaurs. Ever since like I read a story about them in 3rd grade. That was a very fine story. Had like a lot of beautiful and handsome people in it. So yeah, that just led me to believe that the Minotaur was also really beautiful. So even though I'm not really a fan of like a half, like it doesn't sound right. Like half bull, half man. Like half horse, half man is good. Half wolf and half man sounds good. Half fox and half girl sounds good. But half bull. Yeah, I don't know why I'm obsessed with Minotaurs. Maybe it's like the origin story or something, but I don't know. But I have to say, Scanlan is very brave. Like, the guy is courageous to be sleeping with the Minotaur's daughter. That takes a lot of courage. Or stupidity. Yeah. I think it's definitely the latter.
My music's jammed, going hand, you can't stand it, get some water, hide your daughter.
Hide your daughters. Oh my gosh, he literally like Alexis. Like he's got like the stupidity level of Alexis. He's also like really bougie like Alexis. And then he's like,
hide your diamonds, hide your exes. I'm a little bit Alexis.
Like he's also interested in diamonds and people, exes, daughters. He would take anyone. So yeah, he's basically a little bit Alexis.
Well, they do have a bear.
That's what I'm saying. They have a bear. Like, that is impressive, yes, but like, somebody question them. How are you feeding the bear? Are you feeding him humans? Which is like illegal and immoral. And if you're not feeding him humans, then what are you feeding him? And if you're not feeding him at all, again, illegal, immoral, inhumane. Somebody take that bear from them.
Yeah, doubt it. Let's just call in Agar's assassins again.
Why are they even debating about this? Like, just send them. What do you have to lose? A bunch of idiots? Just send them. Whoever comes forward, like, I want to fight the dragon, send them. Send them. I love how every single one of them has a different expression, because that just tells that all of them have different personalities. I really like this idea because, you know, when we talk about diversity, we're like, okay, we need black people, we need Jews, we need South Asian people. Like, we think of diversity as like in that sense. We also need to think of diversity as in people's natures. So we need a shy kid, we need a confident kid, an overconfident kid. We need representation of people who are not too shy, not too confident, in the middle. We need examples of overachievers. We need examples of people who are not interested in achieving anything whatsoever. So I think, this is also diversity. So here we have like Percy, who's like really regal and just like staying with a bunch of a bunch of lunatics, and he's probably one as well. So then we have like Pike, who's like really, sweet and innocent. Then there is Vex and Wax, who are, I don't even understand their personalities. They're like done with a lot of things. Then there is Scanlan, who cannot take anything seriously for the life of him. So, every single person, not only do they look different, they also have different personalities, and I really like that.
You don't know what you're killing, but once you kill it, all this is yours.
Can you imagine if that is empty? Like, it's literally empty. Like, they were literally, like, the kingdom was broke, so they just, like, showed them a closed chest. They were like, yep, you're gonna receive this. And inside there is nothing. But then you can, like, probably sell the chest for, like, some money again, yeah. But I'm like, I don't know why I feel like it's gonna be empty.
I see. So it's coin over character.
I love dialogues like this. I mean, they're not the most honorful dialogues, but at the same time, they're like really bougie. So like my last favorite one was actually, flaw and friendship are not to be confused with each other. They are not the same. No. If they were the same, why would they be spelled differently?
Think you'll be needing this.
Are these two going to be a thing? Because if they are, let me know now, so that I may start working on my edit. I think we have to take a moment to appreciate the dragon. Like, being a dragon is cool, obviously. But to be a dragon like that, like, you see the dragon's throat fill up with the whatever he's about to shoot. Like, it's not fire, I think they're like, whatever it might be. But to see him fill up like that, that's like really cool. He's like Godzilla. I think it was Godzilla, like whom you could see fill up, and then it'd be like, oh, and that was so cool. I don't recall which dragon or which creature filled up like that, but there was one that filled up like that, and now this dragon also fills up like that. Like, you can see it coming. That's so cool. That's so dope.
Hey, a little magic might help.
Dare may I ask, Vex, what are the rest of you doing? What's Scanlan doing? What's Pike doing? You all use magic. Except for like Percy and Grog and stuff, but like, you are using magic. So what's up with Kaylet's magic? Is she more powerful? He's really fond of killing mercenaries via stones. I would be honest with you guys, I wasn't exactly a fan of this certain scene. I mean, if Wax is concerned about the children and the family because of his own childhood, then they should have shown us something beforehand as well. I mean, his interaction with the children was quite minor. He just gave them a silver coin, that was it. I mean, they should have shown us something before, or now they shouldn't have shown that Wax was that concerned. I mean, if Pike was that concerned, it would have made sense, because she literally like gave them somewhat blessing, and she is like a more emotional person. Like, she is more in contact with her emotions. So I think if Pike had reacted that way, if Kaylet had reacted that way, or even Grog, if he had reacted this way, the three of those, they might have made sense, but Wax kind of did not. I think we need more of Wax, interacting with his emotions, if you're going to, show him reacting like that over situations like this.
Thinking of a rhyme for dead dragon?
Driving a wagon, slaying a dragon, we are pagans, why are you napping? What else could it be like? The skies. We are rapping, the sky is rapping. Yeah, that sounds good. So that was it for this video. Really hope you guys enjoyed, and if you did, give me a like. Also, comment below and let me know anything you want me to know. Let me know that, and also subscribe, click the notification bell so you'll be notified every time I upload, and also check out my edits channel. It's at LNFEdits, and my Instagram is at LNF_Fox, and on my Twitter, that's at LNFFox. Follow me, and that is it. I'm the only LNF Fox in this world, and for the time being, my favorite character is Percy.